Hello, howdy, hi, it's Colton, and I'm back with another video. I know it's been a few weeks since I've made a video, but life got kind of crazy, so sorry, but hey, at least it hasn't been months this time. Pardon the atrocity that is my makeup and my hair. It's 4:30 in the morning. I can't sleep, so I thought I would create a video. This one is going to be a little more spiritually centered. If you'll visit the channel Eva's House of Spirit, she actually did this tag. It's the 7 Witchy Questions Tag. So I thought, why not? I have, no video ideas right now. Also, if you'll pardon everything written up on my whiteboard, this is for my blog, which I'll put a link down in the doobly-doo. But yeah, so let's get started with the 7 Witchy Questions tag. First question, what is your biggest spell disaster story? So, I don't think I have a spell disaster story. I didn't really start doing spellcraft until I had some knowledge under my belt. To be quite honest, I think the part of it that kind of makes the story I have that makes me kind of like facepalm a little bit is when I had my ex-stepsister moved in with us because of extenuating circumstances in her life. And I thought it would only be for a little while, but she was not leaving. She wasn't really making any progress in her life. And so she hung up a cross in our bathroom that we shared, and so I thought if she's going to hang up a cross, I'm going to put an altar, and she threw this big fit, and blah blah blah, her cross got removed, I put away my altar and put it back in my room. But, so I made a mojo bag or a gree bag, and it had okay, so I made a puppet of her to get her out of my life. Her blessings no longer laid in this environment, and I made a mojo bag or a gree bag with an ingredient in there that creates a portal, essentially, either a portal or a boundary, depending upon your intent, for spirits to either enter through or not be allowed to enter. Well, for this bag, I wanted her to have restless sleep and nightmares, and hopefully nudge her along out of the house. And so I made this bag, and I duct taped it underneath her bed. And then I took her puppet in a jar, and I hurled it into a graveyard I visit, and I said, whatever spirit wants it, gets it. Well, it happened to land it on not an evil or a negative spirit, but a spirit that definitely has a personality. And so she was sleeping one night with the boy she was with at the time, and she heard 3 knocks. She kept hearing 3 knocks over and over and over again, and so I guess I may have made my room haunted, her room haunted, which I now live in, but the spirit that used that gree bag as a portal to come through, totally chill with me, totally fine. I've not noticed anything negative. So I guess that's my biggest backfire story. The next question we have is something you wish someone had told you when you were a new witch. I wish so desperately bad when I was new to the craft that someone had told me, you don't need all this fluff. I think the quote that I wish I would have been told was, a witch who cannot curse cannot heal. That's definitely something I follow now in my path. If I'm not able to or willing to curse someone, I shouldn't be willing to or able to heal someone. They're the same coin, just opposite sides. Because I had to wade through a lot of fluff. My first books were Silver Ravenwolf, if that gives you any kind of a hint as to where I started. And so, I wish someone had just told me that doesn't have to be a thing. I don't need the fluff. I can dig in. There's this history and this rich culture, various cultures that I can reach into and dig into and use that. Let's see. What is your biggest witchy pet peeve? My biggest witchy pet peeve is when someone tells me I'm doing it wrong. I understand with certain things there are histories and recipes with them, but if you're going to tell me that I'm being a witch in the wrong way, I'm going to have an issue with that. This is my path and my craft. Excuse me. Not yours. Bye, Felicia. I am not here for that. When did you first know there was something different about your spirituality? When did you first know you were a witch? So I kind of covered this before, I think. When I was a kid, my first spell I did was... My parents were divorced at the time, and they still are. And I dug a hole in the ground, and I covered it with branches and leaves, and I set the intention that if my mother steps in this, she'll fall back in love with my father, everything will be good and dandy and nifty. I was also the kid who would mix in the bathroom in the little plastic cups. I'd mix like shampoos and conditioners and lotions and powders and whatever I could find to make potions. But definitely when I was 14, I started to drift more to this path, knowing what it was. What is the best witchy book you've ever read? Oh, this is tough. Love is in the Earth by Melody is great for crystal information. It's thick, it's detailed and precise. Not anything by Christopher Pinzak, but the Temple of Witchcraft series are also phenomenal by Christopher Pinzak, like I said. Yeah, those are the books that really stick out to me craft-wise. What is the best witchy movie or TV show in your opinion? Oh, I can't answer just one. There's Charmed, which I watched growing up. There's Hocus Pocus, there's The Craft, there's Practical Magic. I think those are my top 4, in no particular order. And then finally, have you ever doubted your craft? And if so, what did you do about it? I doubt my craft a lot, actually. I think any good practitioner will... They know their stuff, but there will be doubts. And I think it's a matter of addressing these doubts head-on that allow us to move through them or past them, especially as a tarot reader. When I'm reading cards for someone, if I have a doubt in my head and I'm like, oh, I don't know, what's going on, this information seems a little iffy. For me to get past that doubt, I've learned to just spit out whatever's in my head, and usually the querent will confirm or deny it. With anything magical, if I start to doubt it, if I make something, if it's a petition on a piece of paper and I burn it and send it to the universe or whatever it may be, I start to doubt it, then I know I'm taking away that power. So I usually give myself, okay, for today I'll doubt it. After today, I know it's a possibility, it's going to happen. I try and limit my doubt and catch it before it gets too bad, because if I start doubting it frequently and more and more and more, then I'm not going to have an effective craft, essentially. Plus, I always look back, like with tarot readings, when querents say it was spot on, or with any ritual or working I've done when it worked, that's, for me, a reaffirming of what I'm doing. I definitely will be looking back on this most recent act of magic I did that very quickly gave me results. Within 48 hours, done. I knew it was fixed, everything, the gods heard, and they answered, and so I'll look back on that for sure. Other than that, that's the end of the tag. I'm going to put any of the links that you can find me at down in the doobly-doo. My Tumblr, my Twitter, my Instagram, all of that good stuff will be down there. Other than that, I want to thank you guys for watching. Leave comments below, answer these questions, or what else do you want to see me do? I would be more than happy to do what you want, because I have